many of you have ever been in an airport?
Me. Don't say that loud.
Describe an airport. You can describe an airport.
Bunch of people.
Loud.
It's
crowded.
Place.
It's a place. It's a big place.
Yeah.
Can you get lost in an airport?
Oh yeah.
You can, can't you?
They have this moving thing where you can put your luggage on it and it like moves it around. It's
Okay,
cool.
so you can get lost in an airport, right? All right. How many of you know very much about homelessness?
Oh.
Well, I
What
haven't
do you
been
know about
homeless.
homelessness? You don't have to be. Just what do you know about it? What do you know about it?
It's homeless people.
They don't
Like
have a
they
house.
have nothing.
They don't have a house. What do you think of when you think of homeless people?
No food, no house.
You think of New York?
Stinky.
Big cities,
Why do you think of big cities?
because the bigger the city, the more homeless people there are.
And why is that?
Because the more people than
Where do you think about them sleeping?
streets.
Garbage cans. Boxes.
Okay, this is a story combining something that you know about airports and something about homelessness. It's called Fly Away Home. Somebody ever read this book?
In first grade.
Isn't that the one about the ducks?
No, but I know which one you're talking about. There's a movie called Fly Away Home. There is. There is one about Fly Away Home. But you know what? There is a bird in this story, so let's see.
Birdie.
My dad and I live in an airport. That's because we don't have a home, and the airport is better than the streets. We are careful not to get caught. Mr. Slocum and Mr. Vale were caught last night. 10 green bottles hanging on the wall, they sang. They were as loud as 2 moose bellowing. Dad says they broke the first rule of living here. Don't get noticed. Dad and I try not to get noticed. We stay among the crowds. We change airlines. Delta, TWA, Northwest, we love them all, Dad says. He and I wear blue jeans and blue t-shirts and blue jackets. We each have a blue zippered bag with a change of blue clothes in them. We try not to be noticed so that we won't look like anybody at all. Once, we saw a woman pushing a metal cart full of stuff. She wore a long, dirty coat, and she lay down across a row of seats in front of Continental Gate 6. The cart, the dirty coat, the lying down were all noticeable, and security moved her out real fast. Dad and I sleep sitting up. We use different airport areas. Where are we tonight? I ask, and Dad checks his notebook. Alaska Air, he says, over in the other terminal. That's okay, we like to walk. We know some of the airport regulars by name and by sight. There's Idaho Joe and Annie Franny and Mars Man. But we don't sit together. Sitting together will get you noticed faster than anything, Dad says. Everything in the airport is on the move. Passengers, pilots, flight attendants, cleaners with their brooms. Jets roar in close to the windows. Other jets roar out. Luggage bounces down chutes. Escalators glide up and down, disappearing under floors. Everybody's going somewhere except Dad and me. We stay. Once, a little brown bird got into the main terminal and couldn't get out. It fluttered in the high, hollow spaces. It threw itself at the glass, fell panting on the floor, flew to a tall metal girder, and perched there, exhausted. Don't stop trying, I told it silently. Don't. You can get out. For days, the bird flew around, dragging one wing, and then it found the instant when a sliding door was open and slipped through. I watched it rise. Its wings seemed okay. Fly, bird, I whispered. Fly away home. Though I couldn't hear it, I knew it was singing. Nothing made me as happy as that bird. The airport's busy and noisy, even at night. Dad and I sleep anyway. When it gets quiet between 2 and 4 a.m., we wake up. Dead time, Dad says. Almost no flights coming in or going out. At dead time, there aren't many people around, so we're extra careful. In the mornings, Dad and I wash up in one of the bathrooms, and he shaves. The bathrooms are crowded, no matter how early, and that's the way we like it. Strangers talk to strangers. Where'd you get in from? 3 hours, our flight was delayed. Man, am I bushed. Dad and I, we don't talk to anyone. We buy donuts and milk for breakfast at one of the cafeterias, standing in line with our red trays. And sometimes Dad gets me a carton of juice. On the weekends, Dad takes the bus to work. He's a janitor in an office in the city. The bus fares $1 each way. On those days, Mrs. Medina looks out for me. The Medinas live in the airport too. Grandma, Mrs. Medina, and Denny, who's my friend. He and I collect rented luggage carts that people have left outside and return them for 15 cents. If the crowds are big and safe, we offer to carry bags. Can I get this one for you, lady? It looks heavy. Or, can I call you a cab? Denny's real good at calling cabs, and that's because he's 7 already. Sometimes passengers don't tip, and then Denny whispers, stingy. But he doesn't whisper too loud. The Medinas understand that it's dangerous to be noticed. When Dad comes home from work, he buys hamburgers for us and the Medinas. That's to pay them for watching out for me. If Denny and I have had a good day, we treat for pie. I stopped doing that, though. I saved my money in my shoe. Will we ever have our own apartment again, I asked Dad. I'd like it to be the way it was before Mom died. Maybe we will, he says, if I can find more work. If we can save some money. He rubs my head. It's nice right, though here, isn't it? It's warm, it's safe, and the price is right. But I know he's trying all the time to find us a place. He takes newspapers from the trash baskets and makes pencil circles around letters and numbers. And then he goes to the phone. And when he comes back, he looks sad. Sad and angry. And I know he's been calling about an apartment. I know the rents are too high for us. I'm saving money too, I tell him, and I lift one foot and point to my shoe. Dad smiles. Attaboy. If we get a place, you and your dad could come live with us, Denny says. And if we get a place, you and your mom and your grandma can come live with us, I say. Yeah, we shake on it. That's going to be great. After next summer, Dad says I have to start school. How? I ask. I don't know, but it's important. We'll work it out. Denny's mom says he can wait for a while, but Dad says I can't wait. Sometimes I watch people meeting people. We missed you. It's so good to be home. And sometimes I get mad. And I want to run at them and push them and shout, why do you have homes when we don't? What makes you so special? But that would get us noticed, all right. And sometimes I just want to cry. I think Dad and I will be here forever. And then I remember the bird. It took a while, but a door opened. And when the bird left, when it flew free, I know it was singing. So what did the bird represent to the boy?
Freedom.
Freedom and
Home.
hope. Very good. Freedom and hope.